Hello, every single person out there. How you doing? Today, we're gonna do another car review waste of money, and you might be wondering if you've ever played Wayfort and seen the speed of cars. Darth, what the hell is the freaking fastest car in the game? 5.8 million doing. Well, I'm gonna explain to you why it's a waste. And why I probably shouldn't have bought it over the Venom F5. Now, I will say that it is a much better car to look at. There's a lot more going on back here. You can even see the engine and all of that. You can even see the accuracies in here. There's just a small pane of plexiglass separating you from the engine. Interior, very basic. It is one of the fastest cars in the world, so it's not like there is going to be much of a interior to look at. And man, this back end looks amazing, mainly because you can see the entire inner workings of the engine, which is neat. And you can even see where the exhaust pipes, well, you couldn't there, but you can even see where the exhaust pipes connect to the engine, which is really cool. We're not going to be putting this through a cross-country race, the best test of if you really want to buy it. Mainly because that's not its purpose. It's not meant to go around hard corners really quickly like this. It does take them quite wide. We'll even do this. We'll even slow down. It slows down very rapidly, which I do have to hand it to the car. It's really nice when you're trying not to get, exploded into the atmosphere. The acceleration past 100 is killer, extremely fast. But going 7 miles per hour faster than the Venom, it doesn't make much of a difference in money. I've calculated this multiple times, had many other people with the Venom and the SSC, and we all got the same numbers. The Venom at top speed, at optimal conditions, can give you 139 per this little burst right here. This car, now get ready for this, drum roll please, 142. You're paying $1.6 million for 3 cash. And yes, while maybe in the long run of a couple of thousand miles, that's, very good. But in, 100 miles, it doesn't really make much of a difference. It's not going to be majorly crazy. Both of them make about 100, let me rephrase that. Both of the cars can almost attempt to make 1,500 cash per 9 seconds. And if you're lucky and you really know how to use this car like I do, you can get up to 423 cash, which is very neat. Very nice. But the Venom can do 409, or at its most often is 409. 411 is max. It's just $12, which isn't going to make much of a difference. I will say, I do feel like grinding does go by a bit faster using this car. I don't think it's the $3, I think it's the speed. 7 miles per hour is a big amount. Maybe not in this game, but in games like UD, 7 miles per hour is pretty big. And the fact that this game relies on speed to give you cash does make a difference. I feel like maybe for every mile you should get 10 cash. But that's just my opinion. Because if I would have just didn't buy anything, you know, I would get 380,000 from these miles, if I'm correct. Don't quote me on that. If you want to do the math, yeah, go ahead and do so. But $10 in cash would be really nice. Not 100 or anything close to it, because that'd be like 3.8 million. Though that would be nice. Don't think that they should do that. But yeah, this car is just not that good. It is very, very hard to turn if you're going around a tight corner. Obviously, it's not hard to turn here because basically you can almost stay straight the whole entire time and you'll be good to go. But like on the cross-country track, this car it takes like uncountable amount of skill to control this car. And I will say I know one guy that can use this car really well on the cross-country track, but he has the time to practice and perfect his art when using this car. Unlike me, when I'm just trying to get miles as fast as possible, you know. But yeah, this car, though it may look pretty cool, I do like the blinker though. That front blinker is very cool. While you can see the engine, this tends to happen often. And unlike UD, where pretty much the shape of the car doesn't matter and the weight of the car doesn't matter, period, in this game it sort of does. It sort of feels like that because you can hit a small bump and the lighter cars like this are gonna go flying because, you know, it's just a shell of a car. It's not really meant to be like, I don't know, you know, it's not meant to be like this car. It's not meant to, you know, be luxury. Like the inside of this car, as you can tell, was designed like art. And yeah, this car will have its time on this channel. As, yes, once again, it manages to be a humongous waste of money. But we're not talking about this car. We're just pulling it out because, you know, its weight is probably is for a fact much heavier than this car. And so you do tend to feel that lighter cars will go flying. But I do gotta say, the sound of the engine is very good. And it reminds me, let me just hop out there. Ooh. That went really nice, and now it's just throwing dirt. It does remind me of this car, the sound it makes. Yeah, the startup of this car isn't too good, but man, I think it's exactly the same sound. But yeah, oh, there we go. I think he was typing. But yeah, the Samba Jetback. It's 5.8 million for a car where, you know, it's only 7 miles per hour faster and only makes $3 of cash more. And that is kind of annoying because, you know, when you buy a $5.8 million car, you would expect it to make a good bit more than a car, you know, it's $4.2, you know, million, but it doesn't. It just makes $3 more. Well, I will say I do feel, like I've said multiple times, I do grind much faster in this car, mainly because the speed is much better. It is more efficient, and I care more about miles and less about money because, as you can see, I'm not really trying to get past, you know, more than 20 million yet. When I break 100k miles, that's when I'll start saving. But for now, you know, cash isn't that hard to come by, so I can just buy what I want. But yeah, that'll conclude this pretty short car review waste of money. It is a lot shorter than all other car review waste of money because we're not doing, you know, the long CC race. So that does shorten the length of the video. But man, you just got to take a minute to admire the inner workings of this car. You can, yeah, you can't see the suspension of, like, you know, spinning and stuff back here. Or actually you can. It does appear to be spinning. But yeah, it looks really well done. As you can see, there is a chassis in here somewhere. There you go, we're inside of it right now. It goes right through that middle pylon right around there to the front wheels. So you do have that spinning at your feet at about, I don't know, 10,000 RPMs per minute. Yeah, this car is extremely fast. But the money output is just leaves a lot to be desired. And yeah, that's going to pretty much complete this episode. I do hope you enjoy. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.